just 22. I'm 22. I'm studying law. I have to juggle a lot of jobs just to make ends meet. And you know one very funny thing about doing all this? At the end of the day, you come back tired, body aches, exhausted, and you have your books to study as a student. And at the end of the day, after all these jobs, you don't have anything to show for it.
But there are those people that instead they have abandoned the problems that we are facing in the country, rather they chose to use their platform for something meaningless, something that is not meaningful. Majority of them come online to abuse South Africans.
Let us, the foreigners, let us breathe for once. Let us breathe. Let the foreigners breathe. Justice for foreigners. But hey, you are dealing with Nigerians. Like you are dealing with Nigerians. Your best option is to lose. That is the only way it can go.
Now, this Nigerian guy is beginning to irritate me because I see no reason why he will abandon the important things going on in the country and he will sit down, focus on his camera and begin to spill nonsense about South Africans.
Thinking about it, I felt like it was pouring water on his stone. Because I felt if after I come to say everything I want to say, nothing is going to come out of it. But my younger sister shared me. So I spoke to my younger sister this morning and she shared me a video. First off, she sent me a video. I was like, she can't watch TikTok in peace, that her FYP is full of 30 days rant challenge. And I was like, what did you see? And she was like, she has cried this morning. She and my mom had cried this morning. And I asked her, what did you see? And she told me she was going to share me a video on TikTok, which she did. And after watching that video, I went to our chat and I saw where she said, she asked me, do I know why she cried? And I asked her why. And she said, it's because she legit saw me in that video. I'm just 22. I know there are a lot of young people. I'm not complaining that I'm working too much or anything, but like, I'm 22. I'm studying law. I have to juggle a lot of jobs just to make ends meet. Some people think you're getting support from like a lot of people. No, support is not coming from anywhere. Like, I'm one of the persons, you know, when they say nobody's coming to save you, I'm one of those persons. Like, nobody's coming to save you. I braid, I run a shoe business, I do ushering for events, I work for events, I'm a visual assistant, I do legal writing and research. Like, I legit do like a lot of jobs just to make ends meet. Like, anywhere you can legit find like money's here, I'm there, because not necessarily for the passion anymore, but because of the necessity to meet ends meet. And you know one very funny thing about doing all this? At the end of the day, you come back tired, body aches, exhausted, and you have your books to study as a student. And at the end of the day, after all these jobs, you don't have anything to show for it. I'm on break. I can't go back home because I'm trying to cut costs, see how I can save up money, pay my rent. Rent is being increased. I have to pay. Rent is being increased. I have to think of, okay, feeding, and I'm calculating, okay, if I go back home, going back home, not like it is much better at home or anything. I'm ready to go back home because I don't want to have to like stress or bother about how things are going at home. Just trying to protect my peace, my sanity, because a lot of things are going on. But you know what? I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. But thank God has actually been providing and He has been helping. Because it's a lot, and I just pray God helps Nigeria, because bro, how am I supposed to bring my own child to this world? I have a younger sister who is going to school next month, and I just put together funds for her, for her studies, and I see what I'm going through as a student who has to meet ends meet. And bro, I don't want that for my sister. I don't want her to have to go to school and start thinking that okay, she has to work. I just want her to focus on her studies. But how can I do that when almost every price of everything keeps increasing? Light, units is so expensive. I can't even mention everything. I'm so overwhelmed. After hearing what your sister told me this morning, I just feel so bad that she has to see me work this hard at a very young age.
It's no longer a news that Nigerians are suffering, like we are in deep suffering. For most of us, we've become used to it, and most of us are still struggling with it, struggling to adapt with the system. Now, the reason why I am reacting to this video is this: we have very big problem in the country that should be looked into, right? But there are those people that instead they have abandoned the problems that we are facing in the country. Rather, they chose to use their platform for something meaningless, something that is not meaningful. Majority of them come online to abuse South Africans. South Africans that you are abusing, South Africans that you are disrespecting. Honestly speaking, even if you give them, like, I don't know what you can offer to a South African that will even make him to agree to be a Nigerian citizen, like even to pay a visit for like 1 week. Majority of them will turn down the offer, right? Because they know that their country is far much better than the country where we are coming from. Now, for the past few weeks, a lot has been going on in Nigeria. People are crying, people are complaining. Currently, Nigerians are on 30 days rant challenge, right? A lot of Nigerians have come out to rant, cry out to the whole world, let the world hear our voices that we are suffering in the country. We are suffering in the country. A lot of people are not even able to graduate simply because they can't pay school fees. Their parents can no longer afford the school fees. Majority of them had to drop out. People are crying. The crime rate in the country is too much simply because of hardship, right? Now, during all this time that things like this has been going on, just this guy, I checked on his account just to see if he has learned his voice. But to my greatest surprise, this Nigerian guy never said a word concerning what is going on in Nigeria. But this guy is someone who has been busy. Like he has always, I don't know if he created that account newly because I think he has just like 4,000 followers or something. So I don't know if that is a new account or something. Maybe this guy created this account just to abuse South Africans, just to disrespect South Africans. Now, during the time that I made this video, calling on our African brothers and sisters to please lend their voices, that a lot is going on in our country, that we are suffering, people are suffering and all that. I don't know, like 100% of South Africans that watched that video, they all wept. And these are the people that we felt that we were always quarreling with or something, right? They all cried, and this is not my first time seeing something like this. I've also seen something like this on TikTok when I made a certain video where a Nigerian man raised his voice against what Nigerians are doing with South Africans, how Nigerians always abuse South Africans and all that. So the man was like, South Africa is far much better than Nigeria, that life in South Africa is far much better than life in Nigeria, that in South Africa, the government pays grants, he said a lot, but he said that in Nigeria, nobody cares about you, that nothing, people are dying of hunger and all that. So I went through the comment section. I saw how South Africans were crying. They were calling on Nigerian government to please do better, that their people are suffering. Are you getting it? Now, I said to myself, my people can never do this. Like Nigerians, my people, they can never do this. Like they can never see South Africans crying of hunger or crying, and you see them feeling bad about how South Africans are feeling, right? Rather, they will begin to mock South Africans. Yeah, they'll begin to mock them. They'll be like, this is even the beginning. This is, now I know them. So when I saw that, I said to myself, South Africans are good. Like they are good. They are kind-hearted. I've heard lots of good things about South Africans. And on this channel, I've also seen a lot of good things about South Africans. Most times we leave the good side of people, we concentrate much on the negative side of people without even telling the full story of what prompted it, what happened, that this person is acting this way. Now, when I made that video, how Nigerians were crying, how Nigerians were ranting, South Africans, they were so worried. They cried, they wept. They said, oh, Nigerian government, Tinubu, please do something. Your people are suffering. That is to show you that South Africans, they are the best. When I mean the best, they are the best in Africa. There's nothing anybody can tell me that I will listen. South Africans are the best. They have this human hearts. They are not wicked. They are not wicked. I love them for who they are. And they don't take intimidation for anything. They don't like it when you come to intimidate them. If you try it, then you see the other side of them. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is this Nigerian guy, up to this very moment, this Nigerian guy has never said a word about what is going on in his country. If he truly loves his people, if he truly loves Nigerians, is he not supposed to be worried? Is he not supposed to join the 30 days rant challenge that is currently going on in Nigeria? Is he not supposed to be part of it? And this is not only those living in Nigeria. This is not only Nigerians living in Nigeria. Nigerians live all over the world. Everybody, we are raising our voices, calling on Tinubu to do something about what is going on in the country. Hunger is too much. There is hunger everywhere in the country. But up to this very moment, this guy have never said anything. But rather, I would like you to see the kind of video that he has made. He released this one of recent. He just posted this one of recent. So I would like you to see the kind of video someone that claims that he's mentally okay dropped. Watch and see this video.
Everybody's not police in South Africa. Every single person wants to do the police work in South Africa. You will just be minding your own business. One random person will just come, hey, where's your ID? Where's your paper? Where's your driving license? Meanwhile, this person is not a police. This person is not a SAP. This person is just a random individual that just wants to bully you for nothing. Just like that. Is that fair? Is it fair? I'm just asking, is it fair? Is it good? Why can't the foreigners breathe? Let us, the foreigners, let us breathe for once. Let us breathe. Let the foreigners breathe. Justice for foreigners. Let us breathe, Kwan. If not this person, it's this person. Now it's random individuals going about bullying people. Asking for documents, asking for driving license, asking for paper. Who are you? It's not fair. Let the foreigners breathe. Let us breathe for Christ's sake. It's not fair. That name, Jelofina, is a failed agenda by some South Africans that don't like South African women dating Nigerian men. That is why they came up with that name, Jelofina. It was meant to be disrespectful. It was meant to be very derogatory. It was supposed to push South African women away from Nigerians. Nobody was supposed to associate themselves with that Jelofina thing. That is why they are coming up with Jelofina, so that the women will run away. But hey, you are dealing with Nigerians. Like you are dealing with Nigerians. Your best option is to lose. That is the only way it can go. When you are dealing with a Nigerian, it's a must that you will lose. Now see what is happening. Certified gelofina. Everybody, if you are embracing it, embrace it with your full chest. Certified gelofina. You can you see. Cheers to all gelofinas. Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Cheers.
Now, this Nigerian guy is beginning to irritate me because I see no reason why he will abandon the important things going on in the country and he will sit down, focus on his camera and begin to spill nonsense about South Africans. I see no reason why a grown man like this will be behaving this way. Honestly speaking, this is quite disgusting. I sincerely condemn this attitude. This guy never said a thing during the time that this 30 days challenge started. Up to this very moment, he has never said anything using his platform, but rather he will sit down and begin to speak like something that is not even in line with what is going on. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when you look at people, you think that they are okay, but when you come very close to them, you discover that they are not okay. Mentally, they are not all right. They are not fine. Because this guy is looking good. Like, normally, he's a good looking guy. But when he opens his mouth to talk, you feel like vomiting. Honestly speaking, because I see no reason why grown up man like this will be behaving this way. Okay, at the end, after watching his video, what did you gain? Like, what did you learn from his video? Nothing. Nothing. He's not even funny. Like, I would say that maybe, I would have said that maybe he's a comedian. Like, nothing, extremely nothing, nothing, nothing to talk about. So why will you always focus on South Africans? I know that you want to, like, you are friends with South Africans, not that you come online to chat with them and make them your friends. After all, we are all brothers and sisters. We are all Africans, right? No, but rather he will sit down and begin to talk nonsense. What business does he have with what is going on in South Africa? If South African citizens want to take it upon them to ask foreigners of their papers, how is that his business? Probably they no longer trust the authorities anymore. So if they chose to ask the foreigners about their papers, how is that his business?